Hello, welcome to Crypto News. Today is June 3rd, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. We will start with everyone who is buying crypto, and we will go to Strategy, which made a small purchase and bought only $75 million in Bitcoin, while Metaplanet, for the first time, made a larger purchase than the big brother and bought 1,088,000 Bitcoin for $117.3 million. Let's say that these two companies are not related. Moving on, we will also go to Consensys, which is the company that makes MetaMask and built Ethereum before the Ethereum Foundation, which helped the company Sharplink get a capital in Ethereum, because Consensys is the company that led a private investment worth $425 million to build a capital in Ethereum. Moving on, let me tell you that the stock of this company is at negative 27%. I think the stock is just a correction because it was up 723% last week. Moving on, we'll also go to Circle, which is simply raising its IPO target because it sees huge investor interest in its stock. It will be increasing the number of shares it will sell and is now targeting $896 million for its IPO. Also for Circle, let's say it has a very big partnership in Brazil, as RedPay, which is a Hong Kong-based cryptocurrency fintech company that serves over 4 million users, has partnered with Circle's new CPN payment network to eliminate the headache that cross-border exchanges face in Brazil. Now, customers of this particular company can send crypto directly to banks in Brazil and apparently have their funds automatically converted into Brazilian currency as soon as they enter the bank. If you remember the much earlier episodes of Crypto News, when this particular network first launched, I told you that Circle is now directly competing with XRP and other bankable coins because this is a job that XRP could have taken on, but now there is additional competition. Moving on from Circle, we will go to Ethereum, where we have very positive news and not just words. First, let's say that Mr. Vitalik says that Ethereum should scale tenfold in the next year. Specifically, as he stated at ETH Global in Prague, Mr. Vitalik said that my opinion is that we should scale level 1 by about 10 times in the next year and something like that. So as you can see, Mr. Vitalik clearly said that Ethereum needs to get faster. Let's also say that, as I said, it's not just words, as the Ethereum Foundation is starting to lay off people. Specifically, let's say that the Ethereum Foundation has reorganized its internal development team, reshaping its core research team. This team will now be called Protocol, which will focus on 3 strategic goals. The first is to scale Ethereum Layer 1, expanding the blob space for exchanges. The blob, in very simple terms, is where exchange data is stored, and if it's bigger, it will help make a lot of exchanges. And third, it will improve the user experience, which will essentially result in increased adoption. So that's very positive news, and we have some more positive news coming from Consensys, a company we saw at the beginning of the episode, which we learned made an acquisition and bought the company Web3 So let's say that this company is a wallet infrastructure provider. As you can already understand, Consensys wants to develop MetaMask and integrate the technologies that this company has. Let's say that thanks to the technologies that this company has, once integrated in MetaMask, and a MetaMask user can create an account and it will no longer be necessary to rely on the seed keywords, those 12 or 24 words. And this has a positive and a negative. The positive is the adoption that we are talking about. It will be much easier for a non-crypto user to interact with these wallets and with cryptocurrencies without having to use the seed keywords, which for some users is very complicated and keeps them out of crypto. The downside to the whole situation is that security will be reduced, with the worst case scenario being that you don't own your crypto, because whoever has the keywords also owns the crypto you have. Moving on from Ethereum and the positive moves it's making. In general, we're going to go to our exchange, and we're going to go to Robinhood, which bought a historic exchange called Bitstamp for $200 million. We're talking about an exchange that's been around for over 14 years, if I'm not mistaken, and has over 50 licenses around the world. As a result, Robinhood has entered crypto very aggressively, and for the latest news of the day, we're gonna go to Bonk, a Solana meme coin that's launching its own video game, Kill to Earn. That's the video game you see on your screen. You can play it through your browser, and the more you kill, the more money you earn. That's the idea of the video game. Here, a user from the video we are watching won 40,000 Bonk coins, and it's time to go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, where Bitcoin is at $105,000. With the price, we just wait and see what it wants to do with it. Resistance or support. One of two things. That wraps up the top news for crypto today is June 3rd, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.